Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unlimited Railworks, video game to choose anime podcast, and this time we are going to take a look at the summer season of anime, because it is just about summer, which is kind of crazy, but as we've said so many times on this show, time isn't real anymore. That's John, who's with me as always. Hey.
Absolutely, yeah. We are currently in one of the most liminal of spaces, which is online in 2022.
Yeah. Nothing matters, nothing happens, but also everything happens, and everything matters. Impossible to tell either way. Just kind of want it to stop. But we're not stopping, because Maverick's also here.
Despite all of the haters that want me to give up and die and lose everything in this world, I'm continuing on. The haters being Shikamori, the bastards in the Cuck Show, the badminton team, the horses.
The badminton team?
Well, no, actually they're fine. They're
I was gonna say, like, what are they doing to get you? Just being aggressively mid?
Yeah, being aggressively mid. But nah, I'm here. I'm kicking as time is a flat circle, because I feel like just a year ago I was probably spouting out something much similar, or wasn't even on the show at all because of all the bullshit going on.
A lot of bullshit has happened over the last year that you would not be blamed. Elvie was not going to be here, but then is here. Hi, Elvie.
That's right. Sometimes life is unexpected.
Most times, I would
Most
say.
times.
Even.
As far as I know, I don't have enemies this season. At least not out to get me intentionally. I think that energy is going to Maverick because we are watching the same thing. So unfortunately, I think I have dodged them, and he is taking the brunt of attacks that should have gone to me, I think.
Rest in peace.
Including the horses. Yeah, the horses. Even the one that just died recently. It gave its final blow.
It died because the vibes were off.
It died because the vibes were off.
Well, I think we were saying this beforehand, but the vibes are a little bit off with this season of anime that is coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Because we are exiting what is, I would argue, one of the best seasons of recent times. We got a lot of banger shows. We have fucking Kaguya Kong Ming, Spy Family, Birdie Wing, Baby Ghost, so many things. Like, there was just so much going on.
I'm watching 15 shows, and I definitely felt like the fatigue of having to catch up with this past weekend, but I'm still, like, invested for the most part in most of them. Like, anything that I'm just kind of, like, glazing over, I recognize is in its last legs, but otherwise, it's been good.
Yeah. It was definitely a good season for me to get into the habit of watching a lot of anime on my own, with my move and everything, or figuring out stuff to watch with my girlfriend. But yeah, you know, it's a great season, good season. Whereas this is, it's a season. It's interesting. There's a lot of unknowns here, and I feel like a lot of the knowns are less than stellar. But we're going to run through them all real quick. Let me get this started. We are going off of Annie chart. Not that it matters to many at home, but we're going off of Annie chart. If we miss anything, it's probably on, like, I don't know, the live charts or whatever the other ones are. Mm-hmm. Sorry that we missed your weird, obscure anime, if we did. But yeah, first up, we have Call of the Night. Which has the description: racked by insomnia and wanderlust, Ko Yamori is driven onto the moonlight streets every night in an aimless search for something he can't seem to name. His nightly ritual is marked by purposeless introspection until he meets Nazuna, who might just be a vampire. Ko's new companion could offer him dark gifts and a vampire's immortality, but there are conditions that must be met before Ko can sink his teeth into vampirism, and he'll have to discover just how far he's willing to go to satisfy his desires before he can heed the call of the night. I think this is an ecchi, possibly, from what I am gleaning from a cursory look at it, mainly because the vampire woman is not wearing any clothes.
It happens.
It does happen, but I feel like
well, I mean, vampires are a sexually charged thing.
they are, but I feel like they're sexually charged because of the clothes they wear, not for the lack of
true.
clothes they wear,
That's
you know?
true.
I don't know.
Like
I
the
can show
puffy
you
shirt.
one unsexy vampire.
I can tell you many, but what's your
very many.
unsexy vampire?
Oh, you know him. We love him. Morbius, baby.
Oh, wow. I didn't believe you. No. Jared
He's
Leto.
setting the
Ugh.
day since any reference of Morbius.
It has
counter.
infiltrated every podcast by now.
Yeah.
And we were not safe, I think. We were not immune.
I will say the manga for this is by the Dagashikashi person, so
Ah.
yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh,
it's
hey,
going to
yeah.
be etchy then.
Those
Gotcha.
designs do look familiar.
Yeah.
What, you mean that guy that's in every anime? That's
Oh, no, I mean the
every
women.
Yeah, those are very Dagashikashi women.
Yeah.
All right, Elvie, how about we can do this sequentially through the Discord call. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are we just whoa? Like you're like pointing. And
Yeah,
then we're just going
pointing.
to
No, you.
unorthodox word. Yeah.
You.
Well, I can. Yeah. So these next two entries in the Annie chart website we were referencing. So far they're both sequels and continuations. So one is a card fight. 3 exclamation points. Oh no, 2. I'm sorry, my eyes blurred there. It's 2 exclamation points, so you don't have to yell it as loud. Card fight. Vanguard Will plus Dress. 3rd season of Card Fight. Then there's a 2nd season of Classroom of the Elite. So there's that. Next thing is an original series, at least according to this, called Engaged Kiss, to be produced in by A1 Pictures. The anime is set in Bailong City, an artificial island city established outside of any country's jurisdiction in the Pacific Ocean to exploit local natural resources. Okay. It's basically, one of those. In part, like a mining thing. In particular, the mining of the new energy resource Orgonium has resulted in an outbreak of disasters by demons and assisties.
Folks, you ever hate when you have a D disaster?
I hate it when a demon disasters me. Private military we're going there. Private military companies, PMCs, are tasked with dealing with these. We are just going there. Okay, military complex. The protagonist, Shu, runs a small PMC. Oh, okay. Through his spending habits, though his spending habits have left him constantly penniless. A demon girl named Kisara does contract work at Shu's office and is constantly worried for him. Kisara attends a high school in the island, and does everything from clerical work to household chores with confidence. Meanwhile, Ayano is Shu's ex-girlfriend. Whoa! An elite agent and a former work colleague in a major PMC that Shu used to work for. Okay, so the vibes of this description. So again, like
Incomprehensible.
Incomprehensible. So, again, I think we acknowledged before, like, these are unfortunately, like, probably very quickly machine translated. Maybe someone skimmed them over and then did some little finagling, but no one really settled down to, like, really make sure these sound coherent and accurate to what these stories might actually be. So, again, some of these might honestly be inaccurate and just completely fucking off and weird. So, they still sound very off kilter. But the way this reading this, are we just following their escapades in the office? Like, what is going on? It's
It's going to be like a drama. It's going to be like, whoa, is he going to go with his ex-girlfriend who works for the PMC, or is he going to go with the nun? Yeah. Well, also, why does he look like the shield hero?
Nun? Oh yeah, why does he look like a shield hero? Yeah, the nun was not mentioned in the description, who I guess is, again, like, the contrast to whatever demon stuff is.
It looks like she makes out with the dude to, like, get her demon powers.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure, okay. Sure.
There are some shots of the ex-girlfriend in like workout gear.
Ah, yes, the sportswear zeitgeist.
Yeah, she was just like an exercise bike. Oh, here's the church lady. Which reminds me of Tack Top.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm getting Tack Top vibes from this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
This
Yeah,
looks like
yeah,
shit.
I mean, it's A1 Pictures, right? You got a 50-50 shot. It's either going to be good or just shit. Like, there's no between.
I do love that
Yeah.
5 people have listed this as completed for some reason. And 15 have already dropped it. So there you go. Good work, everybody.
Like, I don't know if I like what I'm seeing from this description anymore. I don't.
I mean,
It's not resonating with
fuck.
me.
The fact that, you know, this is the next thing that they're doing after Kaguya-sama.
Well, yeah. You know,
can't all have
you have to
hits.
chill out.
You gotta make some mid to bad after making lots
I
of
would
good.
say bad.
Yeah.
John, what is next on this list? It's a hell of a
What is
description.
next? Extreme Hearts. The story of Extreme Hearts is set in the near future when the hobby of hyper sports, which are enhanced with special gear and power-up items, has become popular among children and adults alike. The story
I love the
focuses on...
concept.
I mean, honestly, I think that's just how
Power
all
ups?
sports should be.
Like, what is the power up?
Steroids!
Like, just, yeah, I was gonna say, like, is it just like they have cocaine on the chorus or something? Like,
The story focuses on Hiyori
Adrenaline shots.
Hayama, a second-year high school student who initially had no connection to hypersports, but after a chance encounter, this begins to change, as Hiyori and her friends grow closer and pursue their athletic dreams.
I'm looking at
I
this
mean-
picture, the key art. Are these all different girls, or are they the same girl?
Is
they
the-
look
yeah, is
like
the-
the
is
same
this-
girl.
is it as she? It says it focuses on this one girl, but it does say it focuses on her friends as well.
They all have different
It
eye
is a
colors.
group dynamic, and wow,
Those are
keep-
different
keep
girls.
going,
Those
keep-
are different girls.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
It really does look like a through the years.
Through
this
the years,
woman.
she's going through different sports. I don't like how this look. I'm saying I don't like their stupid eyes. They look the same.
Yeah.
They all look like the same girl. Oh no.
This looks very bland.
It looks very bland. But yeah, what are these power-up items?
I'm dying.
No,
to
it's like
know.
it's cybernetic soccer and football and stuff. seeing the preview
Oh, it's like
video,
the VR golf they played in Birdie Wing.
and I guess there's also an idol component.
Of course, there's an idle
Of
component.
course there is.
Yeah. When they score a goal, what else are you gonna do?
This is, buddy.
What are we doing?
I'd say what are we doing is more important to the one that Maverick has been unfortunately left with, and I'm really sorry.
Oh boy. This is like... Not to spoil what Maverick is going to talk about here, but they seriously just like picked 3 or 4 words that were popular. They're like, all right, we nailed it,
Yep.
folks. We got it. This
No,
is it.
I thought you were gonna say that. Like at this point, it's a running joke that I have to like go through these kinds. of
I
series
know
at
it
this
really is unfortunate. I need to start going in reverse instead. That's what I need to do. Like it goes me, then you, then John, then LV, and then LV will have to read that and be tortured.
Yeah, take turns.
Folks, we have Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
That fucking title really is what John said.
Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World. Struggling with life and society, high school student Michio Kaga wanders about the internet and lands on an odd website. The website, featuring a number of questions and a point-based system, allows one to create skills and abilities for a character. Upon completing his character, Kaga was transported to a game-like fantasy world and reborn as a strong man who can claim idol-level girls. Thus begins the cheat and harem legend of a reborn man. Kaga, more like Kaka.
Hey, this is
Wait, so he got fished? He got fished, and then he got sent.
I just like what is
People
an
just don't
idol
die
level
anymore.
girl? What is
Yeah, I don't
an
know what that
idol level
means.
girl? What
Maybe
does
like
that mean?
S rank. Maybe it's like
Yeah.
a weird. Maybe it's a
Here are
weird
the,
interpretation of like S
uh,
rank or something like that. in terms
Here are
of
the ostensibly SSR pulls that are just walking around, and
That
here's how
woman
you
just
can
looks.
conquer them.
That woman looks like a 2-star. I'm gonna say right now on that
Yeah.
cover, that woman is not. It's like
Well, no,
we
there's
hired
gonna
a
be a
pixel
joke.
artist.
There's going to be a joke about a girl with, like, a small chest, and it'll be like, I'm a double SSR, and then he's like, not with those stats, and then it'll be like,
Yep.
oh, you. I still want your cock.
Yep. Speaking of still want your cock, we got Devil is a Part-Timer season 2. Because that's what that show's kind of about.
I mean, it could also just be like,
It could be. They work it up. Yeah. Yeah. They have the baby in this one. That's all I remember. I read all these when I was in high school.
great.
Does the baby work?
What do you mean? Does the baby work? Does it make
Does
it?
the baby work in the?
I think it was fine. I don't.
Yeah.
I was a different person. No,
I mean, does the baby
I was a
literally work?
teenage girl.
does
Like,
the
what do you
baby
mean
lit-
work? No.
Like
Okay, I get you. I
also
get you
is a
now.
part-timer.
I get you now. I get you now. Yes. No,
baby
the
on the
baby does
payroll?
not work.
Okay,
It's like-
there's no child labor. Okay.
I was like, do you mean like, is it alive?
as a-
Being just,
yeah, like as like does the baby work as a story element? No.
Yeah,
I literally
yeah.
meant like does the baby also work as a part timer?
Fucking who's on first ass shit accidentally. I'm really sorry. But yeah, that
More like Rose Costello over here.
oh, I wish. But the other anime in here, I know this one, Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer.
Yeah, it's an old manga.
Yeah, it's good. One day, college student Yuhi Amamiya is approached by talking lizard Sir Noi Crescent. Crescent immediately launches into a fantastical story. The powerful mage Animist intends to destroy the Earth with his biscuit hammer, a huge contraption looming high in Earth's orbit. Earth's only hope lies with the princess and her beast knights, whose task is to protect the princess and defeat Animus. Yui is chosen as the lizard beast knight, and despite his misgivings, is quickly forced to defend himself from a golem created by the mage. He is saved by his neighbor, the princess, Asahina Samidare. Good lord, this description for it.
Yeah, just get to the meat. You just gotta get to the meat.
It's just about this dude, and he has a lizard, and it talks to him, and he has to come to terms with, like, guys, I want to do this magic thing, but do I really? And it's all, like, Spirit Circle Planet with style, like, more, like, introspective analysis. A lot of, like, fantastical ridiculousness in order to, like, get to a further point of, like, the inner human soul, or what have you. It's good. I recommend it. I recommend reading it. I don't know about the series, but
I was gonna say, I'm a little worried for the Lucifer and Biscuit Hammer fans out there because that trailer they showed looked like shit.
it did not look great. No.
There was no
It looked really
animation
bad.
in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nothing
is this
was
separate
moving.
from the production video that's in the preview now? Because this looks not awful. Or is it? Well, no, that's a dude just floating. I see what you mean.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say I do remember
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like something that's really supposed to be super dynamic and fun and actiony, but then a
It's
lot of the
pretty-
teasers they drop in is not showing what should be that.
I think they could. The weird thing is, like, it is very much a series that is a lot of talking,
Sure.
and it's like
Yeah.
insane to me that they couldn't just have like a lot of like why can't they budget their animation, if you get what I'm saying, right? Like,
Right.
why can't they like just have a lot of talking and then have decently animated fights or something? Because
Right.
it does look pretty rough.
I mean, I don't feel like the studio has a lot of money to work with in the beginning. They worked
Yeah.
on Thermae Romae Novae, which is fine, is definitely as well, but I do not believe that budget would have a lot to it in the first place.
Which is strange for this is their like the 15th or more than 50, like 20th anniversary of this or some shit was why this was announced, I think. It's kind of reminding me of when they did that 20th anniversary for Sorcerer Stabber Orphan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
then-
it's this very like mediocre anime.
Oh, this is the studio that adapted My First Girlfriend is a Gal.
Oh boy.
It Invaded, I heard decent things about, but
Real quick, I'll take this since I've had to watch this wretched series. Is it wrong to pick up Girl in a Dungeon 4 is also happening? You'd think they would have fucking figured out if it was okay or not yet.
see,
And
this is
kind
one
of-
I hear decent things about.
Don't listen to those people. They're lying to you.
Oh. All right.
I'm
know-
sorry. I had to watch so much of this Maverick, and it's so fucking bad.
That here's my question then. Is it trash in the way you think I would appreciate?
No.
No. Okay.
If you want to see like for real, the last season was the thing that made me. So like the first 2 seasons is just like, all right, this fucking sucks, but whatever, man. Like it's just generic ass fantasy isekai type shit. The 3rd season has it all. It has like insane misogyny because it's all about sex workers. It has racism because they decided to make the sex workers all like, Arabic themed. It has just like absolutely no through line to make any of it make any sense whatsoever. It's rancid. It's bad. It's real bad. Bell Crannel
Alright.
sucks ass is the thing. Also, as a you'd think he sounds like a Kirito type dude, right? Like he's gonna be like he's the little hero boy who does everything right, but he just fucking loses all the time. And there's no growth. Like anytime he wins, it's just because like a strong woman did it, and then they say, "Wow, it's because you did it, Belle." And there's no. I'm not too much brain power devoted to this. I'm really sorry. Oh God.
Yeah,
Every
hi.
new hi LV. This one looks
Yeah.
really ruined.
Well, hold on.
Isekai Oji-san by Atelier Pont Dark. I'm not familiar with that studio. 17 years ago, Takafumi's uncle fell into a coma, but now he's back like a man risen from his grave. Soon Takafumi discovers 2 bizarre things. His uncle treasures video games above all else. And while comatose, he was actually transported to another world as some heroic guardian. Now, not only does Takafumi have to room with an uncle who's literally magical, he also has to catch the guy up on 2 decades of history. Smartphones, high-speed internet, modern anime tropes, and the traumatic outcome of the 90s console war. I'm really curious as to how much this is really dedicated to actual isekai versus like, okay, here's a kid who has to deal with like this curmudgeon old guy who's stuck in the 90s, so to speak.
I have heard a lot of people are looking forward to this.
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes. A lot of like the retro gamer dweeb types that I follow on Twitter, because apparently like I don't know if it's just the mangaka or whatever, but like the manga of this goes real in on the Sega references. Like you can tell that this person's
Okay.
a Sega nerd.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why they seem to be into it. This just seems like it's like a Sega otaku joke fest,
Yeah.
basically. So,
Okay.
like, which is why it's
Sure.
specifically mentioning the '90s console wars, because it's like, yeah, he was a Sega fanboy and Sega lost, so he's distraught about it.
Listen, if this gives me an episode that is just a retrospective on the Dreamcast, I don't mind it.
That might be what's in it. That might happen straight up. So yeah.
Also, I at least give it props for being a show that's like, no, you're out of this. Like, you can have the memories again or whatever, but we gotta deal with the now. Like, it's at least doing something different, and I applaud it for that. The bar is in hell, and this
Yeah.
manages to at least be in the dirt.
Yeah, I'm curious about the composition of it over whether or not it's like, does he go back and forth between his virtual world, or is it all told? Like, yeah, I'm curious as to
I
how
don't
this
think
story's
so.
told.
Maybe
yeah.
there might be like flashbacks, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty
that's
sure he
interesting.
just, like, yeah.
So it's not really an isekai, then. It's
It's
literally
like
just
It's a post isekai.
yeah, and arguably it's not an isekai at all. He was in a coma. Like, well, okay, to be fair, that's like the common thing, but like. That's yeah. I don't know. This sounds like an interesting approach, and also if it actually is kind of like accurate in terms of like depicting kind of that subculture, that could be really interesting.
Look, I'm gonna probably check it out. You know I gotta check out the Sega nerd shit. So I'll let y'all know how it is. I guess.
Right.
This is something on my.
Hey, I'll
This is
probably
something
be
on
there
my
with you. So
Yeah.
So I guess I gotta hit this next one here.
Which
Yeah.
seems like an actual isekai.
Why are they always 10 years old?
That's when people become a Pokemon trainer.
Oh, right. Shit. Okay.
This is a parallel world pharmacy. Yeah, see, like this is fucked up because it's like giving us like a mixture of the English and Japanese names. I don't fucking know what their deal is. But yeah, this is parallel world pharmacy here. Yeah, it's a young pharmacologist and a researcher in Japan died from overworking and was reincarnated in medieval parallel Europe.
Not medieval
yeah.
Europe, parallel Europe.
Yeah, so he's reincarnated as a 10-year-old apprentice to the famous royal court pharmacist, has attained inhuman skills, the ability to see through disease, material creation, and material destruction. So this is just trauma center, I guess.
You could see the lines. John.
Yeah, he
he's
can do
gonna
the,
write pentagrams.
yeah, he's gonna do a pentagram on someone's kidney to save them.
Trauma team owns so hard.
I only
Why
have
did
the
we
first
lose
Trauma
it?
Center game. I gotta.
Trauma Team's the insane one.
That's
That's
the
the
Wii one,
really
right?
yeah. That's the insane
Yeah.
one that I think has the pentagrams and stuff.
Oh
I'm pretty
no,
sure
like
that
all
shit
of them.
started
They
in,
all-
like,
Yeah.
one or two.
They all have that. Okay, I couldn't remember. I just know that.
Listen, I remember from the old YouTube dub of someone
Yeah.
made over like a Trauma Center game. I know full well.
I remember vividly like Trauma Team being the most insane one for some reason.
It probably was because of the fact they had to keep that energy for all parts of the operation team and not just
Yeah.
like, the surgery room.
Yeah.
It's like one of the doctors was a criminal. They freed from jail because he's the only one who could do it.
You're not just fighting like devil viruses that are actively like dodging your ultrasound laser.
See, why did we lose that? Can we go back, Atlas? Please.
Instead, we get parallel world pharmacist.
Like, why are they 10? Like, I genuinely, I don't understand. If you're going to make a series about like pharmaceuticals and shit, why 10? Why 10 years old?
Maybe this is just like the next step, the Japanese societal thing where they're like always kind of hung up on high school because that's the last time that you feel free. So maybe it's like, oh man, we can't even do fucking high school anymore. Like you have to worry so much about tests and shit. So now we're going back to being 10, which like I kind of like. You definitely hear so many people, like, even over here, just being like, man, I wish being a kid. I wish I was still a kid. I wish I was watching the same shows I was
But then
watching,
the
So, like,
kids do adult stuff. Is what makes it insane. They don't even do kid stuff in all these series.
I
Like
know.
Bookworm, that I love. She's never fucking hanging out.
Oh god, I gotta show this POV shot on the goddamn preview video.
Uh-oh.
Cause, ooh wee, is it a lot of fun?
Love to post stuff in the podcast room and have people be like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh,
Sorry, I'm laughing at this.
He's dying.
He's dying.
POV, you're watching a child die.
He's like that
These are
fucking
my
dying
isekai
orangutan
memories.
picture.
Oh my god, it is.
oh, good lord.
He needs
Oh, and that
the
must
sick
be
dog.
the sexy pharmacist. Mm-hmm. Fuck. Damn, lady. Can I get my anxiety pills?
Penicillin.
Yeah.
Oh god,
What a nightmare. Alright, let's continue, though. There's still more insane bullshit.
I don't know what the fuck Joshin-chan dropkick is.
Oh, you know, it's insane. It's horrible.
It's getting the third season.
It's like I think it's a shorter episode. I might be wrong. It's just a fucking insane series about
Dropkick my devil.
bullshit. Yeah, it's just bullshit. It's all bullshit. Not in like a necessarily bad way, unless maybe there is, but it's just
There's
insane.
a lady that's like goth.
Yeah, and there's
her name again?
Lamia as the main character.
God, I'm forgetting. Marine. There we go.
Oh yeah.
There's some live action stuff.
Yep.
Sure. There's a Zoom call, I guess.
It's literally just an insane program about these insane women killing each other or whatever.
All right.
I think we need at least one of those per.
Yeah, but I
season,
want
though.
like a Kill Me Baby instead.
You and I both want Kill Me Baby to return, but that's not going to happen because Japan is fucked up and they don't understand.
You're right. It's all
They
because
gotta
of
let-
cocaine.
They should have just let Sonya do all the coke she wanted. That's what she needs to deal with fucking all the stuff that goes on.
Yep.
Shameful.
Sad.
Sad.
All right, let's see what we got here. Kamikuzu Idol. This one is from a manga. Yuya, one half of the boy pop duo Zings, may be the laziest performer in the Japanese music industry. His partner is out there giving 110% every night, and thankfully, he's quite popular. But Yuya's half-assed, sloppy dancing, and his frankly hostile attitude toward the audience has the fans hating him and his agent looking for any excuse to cut him loose. The career of a pop idol just isn't the path of easy leisure and adulation Yuya expected. After a particularly lifeless concert appearance, Yuya meets a girl backstage. She's dressed to the nines in a colorful outfit. She's full of vim and vigor, and all she wants from life is to perform. There's just one problem. She's been dead for a year. This is the ghost of Asahi Mogami, the beloved singer whose time on the stage was tragically cut short, unless... If ghosts are real, is spirit possession really that much of a stretch?
Wait,
Alright.
does she ratatouille him?
So-
She like
That's what it seems like. I was just saying,
no.
I love when these anime have fucking
Insane.
like insane editorialized like opinion pieces about the work as like the
Ooh,
description.
So, I like the premise. This CG for the dance sequences looks not great.
Never looks great.
There are some that look better than others. Like, say what you will about Love Live and Wonderland Saga. The animation is at least like not detrimental to the actual performance.
for sure. This is a comedy, and they probably sadly just didn't get a lot of budget for it. But if that's the premise, that's potentially insane and fun.
We'll see.
Yeah.
God, this next one's a fucking mouthful. Good luck, Rose.
Okay. Kinso no vermeil, Gakapuchi Majutsushi wa Saikyo no Yakusai ntu Maho Sakai wo Suki Susumu. This is, well, Royal Ortygia Magic Academy Alto. On the verge of failing the summoning magic class and having to repeat the year. Oh, okay. Alto is his name. Yeah, okay. Stumbles upon a grimoire and draws a magic circle, summoning the sealed demon Vermeil and making her his familiar. She has been a feared devil, in quotation marks, since ancient times and possesses tremendous power to cause disasters. Vermeil, as a familiar, necessitates magical energy on a daily basis, which she obtains from Alto via passionate kisses. I would love to insult this, but I have no ground to stand on as a Fate fan, so... Lilia, Alto's childhood friend, grows envious of their relationship, while the students are also taken aback by the unprecedented familiar. The royal road fantasy of a magician on the edge of failure and an unhealthy devil sister begins. Sister?
Sister?
Maybe it's another character.
Oh,
This is edgy as fuck. There's some boobs, like, right out the jump. She's reaching a hand down some pants.
yeah. What else are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What else is there left to do? Like, what?
Those are the only two things you can
Those are
do.
the only two
Breasts and...
I do love that the Annie List forum post for this is just too much fan service, but K, Bruh, didn't expect this for real. Can't wait for the boobs and kisses. Don't expect such a good vibe for long though, since there will be some sad moments.
There's more to it.
Crying boobily
Allegedly.
and breastily.
All right, LV, what about this one? I don't know anything about this, but it could be good.
KJ File. There is no information on this whatsoever. I tried looking it up too.
I'm
all
gonna
it
be
says-
honest. I think this is like the it looks like it's like the police station to confuse
Sure.
grandma when she's in the store for Kaiju number 9 because that doesn't have an anime yet.
Sure. The story is set in a world where unique kaiju suddenly begin to appear in various places around the world. Members of the United Nations Monster Observatory will explore a world where kaijus with great powers and humankind live together.
The United Nations Monster Observatory
Yeah, the United Nations Monster Observatory.
somehow does more than the actual United Nations.
Yeah, it seems to be like a shorts anime. But yeah, there isn't a lot of there's like no images for it that I'm able to find beyond this promo title we're seeing with the silhouette.
It's not real.
It's not real. Yeah, it's not real yet. It's an anime that allegedly will exist in July too, pretty soon. But there's nothing of it I'm seeing. So yeah.
All right, John, what do we got here?
Let's see here. This is I'm trying to look at the English titles for these. The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. All right, that sounds kind of good so far. Kirishima Toru is the right-hand man of the Sakuragi crime family. For him, the job is a perfect excuse to let his violent instincts run wild, earning him the nickname the Demon of Sakuragi. Seems like nothing will stand in the way of his vicious nature. But then one day he receives an assignment like never before from the boss, babysitting his daughter. Is the heartwarming, or is it blood-curdling, story of a little girl and her Yakuza caretaker. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, it kind of makes me wish that we had another season of, what's it called? What was that show with the girl and the Yakuza guy?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Hinamatsuri.
Yeah.
Yes. I wish we had more Hinamatsuri.
Oh, God, it was
Me
funny
too.
as fuck, too.
This sounds really fun. I love the classic guys who shouldn't be fathers try to be fathers thing, and it's like, you know, a group of them. It's tale as old as time.
We love to see it, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Hinamatsuri, like, Google page. Remember the little girl who just becomes a bartender?
Oh no!
It was so fucked up. Everything that happens in that show to all of those women is so fucked up all the time,
The
except
hot
for
lady
Hina.
was like-
She's fine.
Hina's fine. He told me is, like, dealing with it. The hot lady who just turns out to be a whole disaster, and that just is, like, stapled for the rest of the show.
Ugh.
I gotta rewatch it. I like
It's good. I rewatched it like last year. It's still fucking funny.
I remember the episode where they're all, like, going, like, bar hopping, and that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Kuro no Shokanshi, or Black Summoner. Oh, wow, creative. Waking up in a strange new place with no memory of his past life, Kelvin...
Oh.
Fuck that.
Hey, how hot is
He
it, bro?
looks like a Kelvin.
What's the temp, Kelvin?
I knew one Kelvin growing up. He played the tenor drums. He was all right, but it was...
Like,
I
also knew a Kelvin in real life too, and they are exactly what a Kelvin is. I think
Kelvin was the dude who was starting to try and get into music in a way where it's like he started to be an asshole about what people listened to.
mm-hmm.
I think he's mellowed out now, but
I just
anyway.
like what it goes on where your parents name you Kelvin. Like, what's going in their heads? Like, what happened to them? Did they have were they sick and they were just like Kevin? Oh,
they mispronounced Kevin. Yes,
They can just sense the vibes.
this is a Kelvin.
Kelvin learns that he's bartered away those very memories in exchange for powerful new abilities during his recent transmigration, heading out into a whole new world as a summoner. With his first follower being the very goddess who brought him over, Kelvin begins his new life as an adventurer, and it isn't long before he discovers his hidden disposition as a battle junkie. From the Black Knight of the ancient castle of evil spirits to the demon within the hidden cave of the sage, he revels in the fight against one formidable foe after another. Join this OP adventurer in an exhilarating and epic saga as he and his allies carve their way into the annals of history.
I'm glad you became chills, because that's just what it did to you.
What the fuck
Number
is going
21,
on?
Kuro no Shokanshi.
I'm losing my mind.
Like, my main thing, like I said, I know I've been saying this for years now, I'm so sorry, but who's financing these?
Kodansha.
I know,
Probably.
but what do they, I guarantee you they got better pitches than this, and they were like, well, let's fucking go with fucking Kelvin. I think Kelvin will fucking really resonate with the masses.
You know,
I don't know.
I don't know
really
either at this point. I don't know.
Kelvin.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. I just really... Love Live Superstar 2. This is disappointing. The only thing I know about this is disappointing because people were really liking Love Live Superstar that I know. Because it was focusing on 4 girls instead of the generic 8 that they do every time. They're adding 4 more girls.
Ah, okay.
So it's just gonna be normal. Like, again.
Fucking it up. They're blowing it.
They're blowing it. Licorice Recoil. A cafe serving delicious coffee, super sweet treats, and more. From deliveries to chaperoning to getting rid of zombies and fighting a giant monster. Just stop by for a consultation. No matter the order, leave it to us. It's another A1 Pictures joint.
Again, potentially can
Look at
be
this
fun and
trailer.
insane, or
Yeah,
just,
I'm watching the trailer
Yeah.
right now.
like probably not Prince's Principal level of insane, but if it tries to recapture that energy, I can go with that. I think just I again, like the clips we're seeing so far too of what they're. It's so interesting. Like what a lot of stuff recently, or maybe this was always a thing because I never really bother watching a teaser preview. I just see like a press release, like, oh, okay, cool show, cool key art. Why do they choose the clips they do? Like they keep choosing like a bland domestic scene for something that is not that, you know, like like why are you just showing them talking? This is an action series. Please show what should be like the peak part of the series, right?
Yeah.
You know. So again, another weird thing that is getting a weird marketing treatment where I don't quite see what this show is supposed to be about beyond the character art. Which again, I don't know. Maybe it's still not ready, and that's kind of concerning.
That's,
I think this has a chance to be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. The character designs are cool. Yeah.
it's an original series. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
let someone else
A1
do it.
Pictures.
Yep.
Let someone else.
Maybe
try
this is the
first.
good A1 Pictures.
All right, LV, what's up next?
What is up next? There is a second season of Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss, the golden city of the scorching sun. Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
There it is. But now, what is this thing after this? Mamahaha no Surego ga Motokano Data. I
got you.
You're the thank you. Yes.
My stepmom's daughter is my ex.
Yeah. High school. That's really what it says. High school. Is there any better place to start fresh after a horrible middle school relationship? No.
Let me out of here.
Not unless your ex ends up at the same school as you. and is now your step sibling. What was supposed to be a century piece where one could never avoid ever seeing her again. I'm sorry, I didn't scroll that. I'm sorry. Like, has become a living nightmare. Why is this written in first person? I'll read it as it is. Everywhere I look, I see her. In my house, in my school, in my class. There's no escape. She even claims that she's the older sibling. Like the hell she is. Like, I'm offended that this girl. Okay, but I won't lose to her. After all, I'm the older brother in this new family situation. That's right, we're family now. No matter how much we may have thought we loved each other before, we saw one another's true colors, and we weren't meant for each other. That is why, even though we may keep up a buddy sibling act for the sake of our parents, things will never go back to the way they used to be. That was horribly written. Again, machine translation probably. That's a no for me. I mean, I just
Really?
don't like...
Why?
No, I'm sure this is fine. No, but I really realize I don't think I like rom-coms based around, like misunderstandings. Like too much. I feel like
This isn't
I just
even a
don't like it.
misunderstanding.
I think I get too
It's
frustrated.
like-
Yeah.
It's, I used to date somebody in middle school, but now our parents are hooking up. I guess I'd have to feel a way about this.
Yeah, it's definitely like an awkward and legitimate, I think, concept to explore. But I don't know if I... I feel like if I would watch this every time, I'd just get really frustrated.
Oh, I bet. I mean, as someone that is currently watching Separated at Birth... It creeps up like a
Cuckland.
virus.
Yeah. One Flew Over the Cuck's Nest. Yeah. And I know people too in the past who have recommended me to try to check out something like Domestic Girlfriend, which has a weird similar premise of like, past lover, but now you're unfortunately like legally family sort of soap opera thing. I'm like, and that's been kind of my hesitance with it. I think too often because of my being a victim of like, as I think all of us have went through, stuff that turned into like incest, and we were like, no, why? Or just the fatigue of like legitimate like, why is this playing off incest like it's a funny thing? And it's as we've been saying, but I think in general I just don't want something that stresses me out, which is I choose to watch bad things anyway, which stresses me out anyway for other reasons, as some of the stuff I talked about this past season I dropped. But it could be fine. It could be interesting. It's labeled as a rom-com. It could be, there could be like a lot of weird, interesting things exploring, like whether or not they feel it's okay to go back together, or I'm sure like other things. But yeah, probably not for me. I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's bad, but it's just like, oh god, oh no. Just feeling the secondhand anxiety from trying to consume a story like this will be really bad for me.
All right, John. What do we got?
All this shit's bad, Rose.
I know, but we have to fucking cover it. Look, what do we got here? What's Second Core of Orient, right? Yeah.
And fourth season of Overlord.
That's insane to me, but yeah,
It's
go
still
off,
going.
I guess. What's like new? What's fresh? What do we got?
Prima Doll.
Okay.
Prima Doll. Prima Doll is a project which centers on autonomous mechanical dolls, or automata. They work at Corone Cote, a coffee shop that sits at the corner of the 5th District of the Imperial Capital. However, they were originally made as weapons for a great war that ended a few years ago. Now they've been restored and dressed in shiny kimonos. Alright, so the Iron Giant 2, folks. We are not a gun. Unless we're in Smash Bros. Then we can kill with impunity.
Oh, see, I like the robot designs in this. The robots look fun.
I think this is an original anime by Key, the folks who made Canon Air Clannad, like full on an anime, and this is another attempt at an anime that's not attached to a game. So this could be good or bad.
This is striking me as just Yokohama Shopping Log, but worse.
Yeah.
Like I would rather see Yokohama Shopping Log anime is the thing.
Right.
Which I watched after we watched or I read after we watched Arya for the same vibes because it was pretty good.
Combined with notes of like Violet Evergarden, even though she's not on, but like similar notes of like learning to regain or develop humanistic qualities after like a war or a traumatic event, like, you know, or if that's questioning if that person's capable of it, doing it, you know, it seems like that.
All right, so right here we got Renmei Kugun Koku Maho Ongakutai, Luminous Witches. The anime centers on a unique squadron of witches who don't fight. Instead, the squadron sing and perform music to protect the smiles of those who have been driven out of their hometowns by the Nuroi. If you're thinking, hey, maybe these words kind of sound familiar, this is a Strike Witches spin-off.
I knew it. Of course it is.
The ladies, what with the fucking gun legs or whatever. The jet engine legs?
Yeah, they're jet engine legs.
But now they sing.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I need something to mix it up.
They need a slice of that.
Maybe.
They need
I
a
don't
slice
know.
of that Symphogear pie.
I love the fucking hashtags they have on this website because we got hashtag LWitch.
Hashtag Elwitch.
L_witch.
Also just gonna save us some time by going through the fact that, hey, Rent a Girlfriend, Season 2, let's go.
Folks, what if it was a rent-to-own
Pay to
girlfriend?
play girlfriend.
Yeah. That's gonna be so. Play to earn. Yeah, Nintendo
Play to
fucking coming
earn
out in the direct.
girlfriend.
This shit looking like the girl pass.
They got girls.
Yeah,
on the
it's every
blockchain
girl that
now.
blocks
I don't
me.
like that.
Which is false, because I'm simply perfect. And
He's just a polite young man.
Exactly. More and more people are saying this.
Okay. Gen Urobuchi's Ruby. Ice Queendom. It's Gen Urobuchi and the fucking Blackrock shooter guy. We're just sure. Fuck it. It could be good. And I'm basing that entirely off of it looks like it's just the series redone in a 12-episode season. Which means that they would probably cut out all the stupid horse shit and be animated normally. It really does, like, based on the trailers and screenshots they've shared of it, it really does just look like the series redone again. Like, just scenes straight up. Unclear to see what it is in the end. Like, I don't think Ruby was good, I'm sorry, ever, even though I watched a lot of it. It has a lot of cool aesthetic ideas and trappings, but it just cannot find itself, ever.
I mean, I don't think that is, like, damning to say, as many people will point out that this is the creation of a guy who did really cool fan animated fights of Final Fantasy characters, which I won't knock the quality of the work itself, but it's like, it is the same trouble as any Vine star trying to make a YouTube career. You are good at a 6-second joke. As soon as you have to leave that parameter, you crash and burn.
Yeah, definitely. And I think really when it comes down to it was just like, I don't think there were enough people like helming it in the early stages that it just like, even though it is clear they are doing some work now, it's not enough, you know? It's not enough to make up for those first 3 seasons or whatever. Because that, you know, the beginning's where you do all the lore building, right? And then you're supposed to expand upon that. Instead, it's just sort of an endlessly expanding thing. I don't know. This could be good. Like I said, if it's being written by Gen Urobuchi, it makes me laugh a lot at the concept. But we'll see how this is. I think it's insane that this is being made. And It's
don't
very
know what
popular in
happened
Japan.
to make
is
this.
the thing about Robot B. LV, do you
Sure.
want to cover
Yes,
this-
I will.
the
I
seasonal
actually will
trend?
be happy to cover this. Saikin Yasuda maid ga Ayashi. The maid I recently hired is mysterious. There's something really strange about the maid I just hired. No normal person could be so beautiful, or cook such amazingly delicious food, or know exactly what I want before I even ask. She must be using magic. A spell is the only thing that can explain why my chest feels so tight whenever I look at her. I swear I'm going to get to the bottom of what makes this maid so mysterious. This is created by the woman who made the great Jae-hee, who clearly has established she has a particular fondness for a certain type of woman. From my understanding, I have known nothing about this series beyond the fact that there is no plot to this. It literally is a weird POV series from the perspective of this young boy who's probably processing he has like a crush on this hot maid. Really, there is nothing like it truly is just like a weird slice of life thing with a sexual undertone from of this little boy trying to navigate his feelings for this maid but doesn't quite understand them, and that he probably just has a crush on her, right?
This is whatever.
Cool.
Can she make Oh Yeah Manly Man dinner? I don't think she can.
But yeah, it just exists for that the mangaka's own weird power fantasy over loving big titty tan girls. Yeah. So I don't know what the deal with this is. It's just gonna be whatever. I probably. Jai's funny, yeah.
Yeah,
Jai's
Jai's
funny.
good.
I gotta watch more Jahi
Yeah.
though.
For
Jahi
reference,
was
this
fun.
is Oh Yeah Manly Man dinner. Folks, if you can't tell, I've recently gotten Robocopilled, and
Okay.
it's really fucking good.
And there's Shadow's House is going to get a second season, which again will be interesting because it's going a direction that is different from apparently what people felt like strayed from the source material. So it might be committing to that, or I don't know.
Finally, we get fucking Full Metal Alchemist 2003 too. I've wanted this for so long.
We haven't had that in a while for any sort of adaptation of anything.
No, we haven't, because they just wait for things to get finished these days.
Yeah, or they follow along like exactly the same time.
Or
need
they
a
just say, fuck it, I'm gonna end it short.
Yeah.
And there's
promise never
still Prince of Tennis shit happening.
There's always going to be Prince of Tennis shit happening.
Oh my god.
cool.
The weird, fucked up time travel movie
Oh yes.
I think should be releasing this summer.
Oh.
Oh, I gotta double check that.
And it's in 3D too, which makes it more insane.
Wait, the time travel Prince of Tennis
that's
movie?
out.
There was a movie that, it's in 3D and they time travel in it.
Yeah,
Ryoma
Yeah.
the Prince of Tennis. Yep.
I think that's out. Yeah.
Oh, it was out in theaters in May. This was fucking buck wild to witness, to talk about.
It was insane.
I guess I wasn't here, huh? I wasn't here for that one.
No, that was
so-
the one where I
No.
think it was just
Yeah.
me and Elvie.
Yes.
God damn. Yeah, listen to this fucked up one, John.
That
Yeah.
is fucked up. All right, John's turn here.
Yeah.
Shine on, Bakumatsu Bad Boys. Yeah, let's see those bad boys. Let's see what they're doing. In an era where samurai controlled Japan, the masked demons annihilated all but one member of the Shinsengumi, who had worked to maintain the peace and public order in Kyoto. 7 criminals are chosen as substitutes for the deceased Shinsengumi members, and they are led by Ichiban Boshi, whose parents are also killed by the masked demons. Okay. I mean, yeah, it just sounds like it's going to be like a bunch
There's
of
this really
criminals
popular
versus the
trend recently
demons.
between this and the there's a couple other series. I know one of them's the fucking Kodaka. I can't remember the name right now. That me and Trixie watched. Mm-hmm. She went the criminal one. I don't remember. But yeah, they're this weird like now they're criminals and they're going to be fucked up, and I don't know. It's weird. I don't like
You're
it.
telling me we're some kind of suicide squad.
Yeah, exactly. They keep doing that.
Anti-heroes. Yeah.
You're telling me we're some kind of
But they're not
bad
even
guys.
heroes. They just,
Okay.
Yeah.
They're just fucked up.
I do like the animation on this from what I'm seeing.
The art style reminds me
Yeah.
of Shaman King,
Yeah.
but I don't think they have anything to do with each other.
And it's got like this tattered like paper
Yeah,
style to
there's
it.
a texture over it. Yeah.
I remember there
Could be
was
something.
something recently like did a similar filter, but I think this one does it a lot more using more pronounced colors for something that could like definitely draw out the saturation. I think is a good way to balance it.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Let's see what we got here though. We got Shine Post. The idol unit Tings has big dreams, but only small achievements, and is not very popular. The best manager in the world. Hey now.
Yeah, because they're called fucking
fucking love
tings.
Tings. I'm a Ting stan.
It's just idle Tings. The best manager in the world was supposed to be their savior, but I'm not interested in being your manager. The man who shows up is Naosei Hinaki, a man with no motivation. However, he has a special power. This is the story of you and the girl shining brightly to become absolute idols. The best idol entertainment begins here. Note, the first episode had an advanced screening at Tokyo's Yamano Hall on May 14th. Alright. Is this another fucking POV show?
What is his special power?
Oh, this totally is a fucking POV show.
No! I'm scared of all of those.
There. Girl, why is your white shirt like see-through enough that you can only see the top of your sports bra? What's going on here?
Because she's sweaty, obviously, so it's only that part.
Dog, that don't feel like sweat. That I don't know. This is weird.
Oh, yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, the animation just doesn't
What are
feel
we
right.
doing?
It's not okay.
Let me get these next two. Real quick, so there's another season of Shoot, Gold the Future, a football
Sure.
anime. I just want to read this one line. Atsushi Kamiya, a former captain at Kakagawa High School and the world-renowned courageous captain for a famous Italian soccer team. Okay. We love him. Anyways, next up is a smile of
We love him.
Ars Nostria. Ars Notoria? Ars Notoria.
Ours
The
is
animation. This is the story of the fun-filled daily life of girls who strive to be true ladies while being educated and trained in magic and learning proper manners at the dorm-based magical academy of city of Ashram. Is this a gacha game? It's probably a gacha game.
Yeah. It is based on a mobile game, I think, of some capacity.
Great. I
Love to be a
when-
true
They're
lady.
just hanging out, I guess.
Why would you play? I guess Princess make.
Yeah.
I like the goth girl, whatever, the emo kid. They're on that cover.
Yeah, she's not even looking at everyone else. She's in her own
pissed.
zone. She's pissed.
She doesn't want to see that weird activity happening behind her.
She's making the right choice, to be quite honest.
All right, what do we got up here next, LV?
Sure. Sora demo Ayumu wa Yosetekuru. The story of a two-person shogi club. The senpai's obsessed with shogi and making her expressionist Kohai confess. This is a teasing thing, isn't it? This sounds very similar to just teasing shows between two people. It's like, like childish romantic play, sort of forehead girl energy. This just sounds like that. I don't know what else to say about it. That's all it says. It only gave me one sentence. And I guess wait, I didn't even get the English title. Let me double check what that means. Even so, Ayumu draws closer to the end game. Okay.
Or when will Ayumu make his move?
That sounds way better. Thank you.
Got
This
you.
next thing, though, another isekai, basically. Tensei Kenja no Isekai Life. I don't know why I say basically, because it has isekai in the title. I apologize. I just glazed over.
This one is like the
It's
most
translated
isekai.
Yeah.
Like this is all of
I
like
can
when you read
sense
this
it.
description, like it is all of them.
It's like in class.
My isekai life, I
Yeah,
gained a second
yeah.
class and became the strongest sage in
I
the
love
world.
doing that.
Sano Yuji, a black company employee, and when they say black company in Japan, they mean companies that outright have been like, developed a negative reputation for their how bad they overwork their workers, and yet I guess, but for some reason the city doesn't do anything. I don't know. So here's a warning list of companies that you should not work for, but we're not going to do anything about it. That's what they mean when they say a black company, a company that is like a black mark or like a blacklist in a way. So Sano
Evil
Yuji
company.
is a worker of one such company that overworks him, and he gets summoned to another role while trying to finish his work at home. Again, from the assumption he probably could not finish it at his own work hours. His profession in the other world, a monster tamer. Wait a minute, Digimon. I'm sorry. And it's considered a job that makes it difficult to become an adventurer. However, thanks to some slimes he met, which read several magic books, the slimes are him. He gained magical powers in the second. Oh, this is hardly written. This is not. Well, okay. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. He meets some slimes, and he's skilled up after taking some time to train and read. And then he realized. Oh, and then it just ends. The description just ends. Sorry. There is more to this. I looked this up. There's more to this. This whole thing is the whole typical story. He gets isekai. He has an unusual gift. And he's able to power up quite quickly. He's able to train quite quick. But he ends up raising the slimes and weaponizes the slimes to his advantage, to his gain. So that's kind of what's going on there.
Wow, I've never seen that before.
Sure, yeah.
I'm just thinking about fucking insane that this anime that I'm about to describe is getting a second season soon.
Yeah.
But fucking by the grace of gods, which is this
Yeah.
fucking series about
Right.
this 8-year-old who just has a bunch of slimes and he makes
Yes.
them do laundry.
Right.
And that's the whole show.
Yeah.
I think this show does like deliberate 60 FPS in some points.
No! Oh, no!
I don't know if it's all the time, but there are some shots that I'm looking at that I'm just like, why does this feel weird?
Finally, the 4K Demon Slayer 60 FPS.
Oh, I don't like some of those shots. God.
John, this seems normal. It's more normal than the other stuff. I don't.
Does it? This one,
You have to scream it. Tap in.
Teppen now, right?
There are many exclamation. Yeah, there are so many exclamation points.
It's separated from the other Teppen, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, because there was a I think there was a previous anime. Yeah. Yayoi Sakamoto, a diehard fan of comedians and comedy acts, enrolls in the private Kazuki High School in Nanba as the starting point.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
It's a show about jokers.
It's a show about girls doing comedy. Bunch of fucking clowns, this one.
Oh, yeah, no.
Just yucking it up.
If this
You know,
is a
I
chance
kinda
to just see a
respect that.
bunch of, like,
This is
goofball and straight man routines. I'm not gonna. Those mouths were animated weird.
Here's my fucking problem. I just hope that it is actually about girls going to a comedy school and not here's what's going on with these girls. I guess they go to a comedy school, but this is about like I don't care. I want to see them doing funny shit. I want to see them having a good ass
I feel like
time
if something
at
is
comedy
comedy
school
oriented with
or having
girls,
trouble at
it has at
comedy
least
school.
been doing a better job of doing that.
Look, I just keep getting flashbacks about the fucking tabletop game anime, which was just about their problems and it had nothing to do with tabletop games.
The problems was also generous, to be honest, most of the time. It was just like... Man,
It was bad.
man.
That's fair.
It was a bummer that it was
It was
bad.
a real bummer, Maverick. I don't know if you were around when that
I
was...
didn't watch that. I was normal.
Yeah, well, you
Also,
weren't
look at-
here. You weren't forced to be abnormal yet. We thought it would be good, is the thing. It sounds good, right? You hear,
No,
oh,
that's
these girls
fair.
are going to play board games. They're like, oh, fuck yes, let me just watch these girls play fucking Settlers of Catan or whatever the fuck for like 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Rose, they're bringing back Tokyo Mew Mew.
They sure fucking are. Tokyo Mew Mew New.
Tokyo Nunu.
Tokyo Mew Mew New. I'm very curious to see. I mean, it's got the look, you know? It's could be fine.
I see people getting
Only time will tell.
I see people getting excited about this, and like, is original Tokyo Mew Mew actually good? I don't know.
Good is a broad word. I think it's interesting.
There's certainly a lot of people very nostalgic for Mew Mew.
It's very formative.
It's very formative for a lot of people who probably... It's interesting because, like, there's people who really love Sailor Moon, and they quite like... But then Mew Mew has its own separate thing. I feel like there is a Venn diagram, like, if you like magical girls, you will like all of them, generally. But then, Tokyo Mew Mew, I think, is very separate from people who like
It's
Sailor
a lot more
Moon.
Precure.
Yeah. Because Tokyo Mew Mew came out, like, more later time, where it was closer to what the Precure formula is, compared to... Sailor Moon taking a lot of notes from more old-fashioned Sentai, right?
Don't forget it also was a 4Kids dub originally, so
Yes.
it also has the wrinkle of, are you watching
of a particular
the sub?
generation? Very different.
Yeah, are you
from
watching the
Sailor
sub or are you
Moon.
trying to watch like the watered down version, so to say?
Fucked up.
Yeah. What do we got here? I'll try and wrap these few up. We got more Uta Wareru Mono.
I'm playing that right now.
There you go. So more of that. Chaos has taken hold of the land as a conniving general unlawfully seized the throne. Damn. Hope they
Fucked up.
Hope they fix that. Outside of that, though, then there's, I assume, a short form anime over here. Yora wa neko to isho. When Futa comes home tired at night, all he wants to do is spend time with his new cat. All the mysterious habits and mannerisms of house cats are carefully reproduced in this relaxed and cute comedy about living with an adorable furball. So just cat TikToks in the anime.
Yeah,
But,
that does just translate to nights with my cat. So
Yeah.
I hope they recreate like what it's like to watch like Sapphire the cat, my old cat, do backflips off the wall randomly for like a straight like 5 minutes, just out there
Maybe.
vibing. I hope they, people need to know about this. It's happening in our homes.
All right, so here is something that I definitely didn't look at the last time I saw this chart, and probably am going to be interested in. Yurei Deko by Science
a
Saru.
new Science Saru show. That sounds pretty good.
Yep. The story begins when Barry, an average girl from an average home, meets Hack, a girl who looks like a boy. Okay. Charmed by Hack, Barry meets up with the team Hack leads, the Ghost Detectives Club. Members of this club are socially dead, working invisibly within the digitally controlled society of Tom Sawyer. As she works with the group, Barry learns about Zero, a mysterious figure who lurks within Tom Sawyer's underground.
Sure.
She and Hack decide to chase down this figure, and in time, the truth behind the city is revealed. I'm gonna look at the animation at least.
We're in a simulation. That's what they're in. Yeah, the animation is interesting because it's like very brightly colored and very.
It's almost
a very-
Kiyosagiga-esque is what I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
going to say. Not
It's like-
1-to-1, but very similar.
It's right. If you do not know how to handle this well, it's not going to look good. But so far, it looks like it sells like the way it looks. Like it's so brightly colored and kind of gaudy too, and very, very, very jarring in a way. But it seems like so far it like sells it and like makes
I like
you really.
the song for the preview.
Yeah. The song for the preview is really good. So promising. So promise showed it there for like what the music will at least be. So
Yeah,
But yeah, really weird story. So yeah, curious if it will sell it well. If anything, all seems to be good with it though.
All right, I will run through the remaining things real quick
course.
just to,
Yes.
get it over with. There's a couple shorts that doesn't really matter. Some things are keeping over, like fucking Maverick's Cuckoo Show. Great.
Summertime Runway, which is still not in the U.S. Which
Yeah,
is
I was gonna say
extremely
we still
insane to
don't
me.
have that. Yeah.
It's not. And I just found out about Shoddy in the Suit, which is like, I guess I have a reason to watch this now. Awashi is fine. It's definitely taking its 24 episodes to build things up.
Yep. These exist. There's an Aikatsu movie. Aikatsu's pretty good. I recommend Aikatsu if you ever want to watch something insane. It's pretty good. For another Precure movie.
Hey, now, don't just skip the backflip movie.
I'm getting to it. Okay, listen.
The boys are diving.
They got backflip! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Movie. They're going to dive, if you can believe it.
They're flip. Don't
I'm
confuse
sorry,
us
you're
with
right.
Dive. The
You're right.
boys
You're
who
right.
dive
You're,
anime.
no.
I say that only because I did watch this one.
You did? Okay, that makes sense. Your passion for all those characters you remember the names of.
Oh, you know it, like...
Mikey. We got some Gundam movies.
The Gundams are still
going
going.
on.
Yep.
The next
we
Reconquista
got-
MG movie. That's what that is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Next two. I should say.
We got, what is this? Natsu Ino Tunnel. Sayonara no Deguchi.
Definitely something that is another, like, is this the post Makoto Shinkai?
That is The Tunnel to Summer, the exit of goodbyes. Good lord,
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kaoru
this is the second movie by Clap.
Oh,
Yeah. They worked on Pompo
okay.
the Cinephile.
yeah, I was gonna say, that's pretty quick after, isn't it? Too?
Pompo came out, not 2020, I believe it was a 2019.
Oh, really, in Japan?
No,
Okay.
it was June of last
let me-
year. No.
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty quick.
No, you're
then.
right, yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised because most movie studios are like, I guess this is based off a light novel, so it could be, it could be fine. Who can say? I don't know. I do worry about the Makoto Shinkai-ification. But we'll see.
Yeah.
One Piece film Red. Fucking Osamatsu-san movie.
Still going somehow.
Another Penguin Drum film. I still didn't watch the first one, actually. Penguin Rebuild, whatever the fuck.
It's Penguin Rebuild.
Tsurune movie. Hajimari no Isha. Yuru Camp movie.
Let's go.
First.
I know you all are very excited about that.
First film to sell your million tickets.
Yep.
They're gonna build.
It's a time skip, too.
Yeah, because they're all adults now, right? And they're gonna. It says they'll build their own camping ground.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'm gonna cry like a baby. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be good.
It will be
It
good.
looks
One
good.
Piece Film Red, I think, also has a new crew member possibly debuting by the time it airs.
Oh.
Yeah. Listen, a lot of stuff's happened recently in the world of One Piece. So your boy's been catching up. Well,
Not
no, I've
mentioned in
already
this
been caught up.
not mentioned in this list because it was supposed to release in spring, but the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie was supposed
Oh,
to
right,
release
the
in and it got
Piccolo
delayed
one.
to June. And from our recording, it will probably be already released in Japanese theaters. I'm not sure what the North American release for it is, but that's another one coming up here. So it was technically supposed to be a spring release, but now it's an early summer release. And after, by the time you will hear us talking about this, it probably is already in Japanese theaters.
Would be releasing June 11th.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
I just ran through all these OVAs, and there's not really anything that's crazy. It's like Boku no Hero, fucking Cinderella
For
Girls.
me, the real Akuma,
Oh yeah,
little thing, and it seems like it's another series. I love Real Akuma and Karu. So
it's good. It's really good.
It's so good.
It's so cute.
good. It's really good. And yeah, again, another very, very interesting how like a lot of people don't realize Real Akuma's origins like was in like these little comic strips where it does show this well, not show it, right? But there is this unseen woman who talks to him.
Yeah.
And yeah, the series so the stop motion is not entirely original. It is actually based on that concept, and it just develops her character more. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what this is about.
Yeah, I was gonna say then there's also the two that have been on my list here that are down here for some godforsaken reason is fucking Yojohan Time Machine Blues is coming, the Tatami Galaxy sequel.
Yep.
Very excited for that. That should be good. And also
there's actual footage of it. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was like
And it looks
a while
exactly the
ago, I
same.
think. Yeah.
They recaptured the exact same art style.
The other thing is Futo PI, the Kamen Rider double anime, is coming out in August.
Yep.
I read a little about the Yojohan Time Machine Blues, and some people clarify that it's technically not a literal sequel.
Yeah, it's more like
it's actually
these
an alternate
characters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an AU essentially, so to speak, of like here are these characters doing something in a different scenario. So they are going to regress and act like as we've seen them before the ending of the Tommy Galaxy, right?
Okay.
My other interest is also Sakai no Owari ni Shiba Inu to, which is literally the Roman Apocalypse of my Shiba Inu. It literally is just this girl taking selfies and doing goofy shit with her dog in like a post-apocalyptic city. I don't know what that will be like. But if you look up the images of this thing, which again, it's purely just it's a gag in an image thing. I and it's a for coma, so to speak. I would love to know like what are they gonna do just to like is it gonna be like a girl's last tour thing? It might be that vibe. That'd be interesting. But yeah, those are two that stood out to me particularly.
For the Kamen Rider double anime, I'm concerned only at how I will react to having to hear all these characters not sound the way they did in the TV show. Mm-hmm. Because they're all voiced by just normal voice actors. Mm-hmm. Instead of
that'll be weird, yeah.
Yeah, I don't... If they get the wrong Philip voice, that's all I'm saying. Like, it's all going to go downhill.
That'll be unfortunate.
We'll see. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. So we did it. There's a lot of shit this season.
It's fucking rancid. This is bad.
I am like, it's like, I couldn't believe there was another isekai that was down at the bottom under special. I don't even want to read it because it's just like, god damn it. Like, fuck me. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, what really resonates with me this time. Like, I might watch Devil's a Part-Timer. I'll definitely check out Lucifer Biscuit Hammer, even if it looks a little rough. But, like, I don't know. Like, maybe the Yakuza Child one, only because I want Hinamatsuri content, Like, I'll watch Made in Abyss, unfortunately, because that one I've already sunk cost into. But, like, other than that, I don't really know. I don't know if there's anything that really screams to you guys, but...
I'm at least interested in Yurei Deco again. Like,
yeah.
I know that this is Science Star going to post Masaki Yuasa World, but also, like, any studio should be able to survive without its, like, head creative. Of course, I say this in the wake of the Jeff Gerstmann Exodus. But nothing else really like jumps at me.
Yeah, I don't.
Anything for you, John?
Absolutely not. None of this seems really particularly interesting to me at all. Basically, this might be a catch-up season, which usually just means I don't watch anything. But
Licorice Recoil, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, that could be good. That could be good.
Maybe.
Here's the thing. I appreciate that they have a black character design in there that actually feels like thought out and constructed.
Totally.
It doesn't just look like
It's I can see that they actually bothered to like pay attention to the palms of hands, and that is like, at least from an animation standpoint, heartening to see in terms of just like people actually recognizing the landscape of the animation scene.
Totally.
What about you, LV? Is there anything on here? Rilakuma,
Yeah,
right? But
Licorice Recoil and Yakuza babysitting shenanigans. And there's definitely like OVAs that caught my eye, but the problem is like where will they be distributed? The only thing for certain is the Real Akuma series. That's already like baked into Netflix's contract. So, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, a lot of maybes. For me personally. Yeah, not particularly attached to the Time Machine movies because, again, right, it's one of those things where, yeah, I'm aware this is like an alternate universe with these characters, but right, the way the Tommy Galaxy ends, it feels so committed, right? And it's like, I kind of don't care or want to know what happens to these characters otherwise beyond what was already concluded, right? Or what can possibly happen. So, yeah, it's understandably a lot of maybes. Not quite bad, but there definitely is like a lot of bad stuff that makes it hard. And I think the biggest problem too is like a lot of these original ideas have very little, nothing to work with right now in terms of like making a judgment call, right? It's sadly a lot of stuff that seemed good seemed like a wait and see situation, right?
For Blues, I'm at least interested to see where the scenario is, rather than having to change the entirety of like the scenario so that characters are presented differently. It seems much more like contained in its premise. So might be some Flanderization, but also I really do just love the characters that like I'll be down to see those interactions come up anyway. Maverick,
No matter what happens.
What about it?
No matter what happens, it'll be anime once again.
that's so true.
So true.
That's so true. Finally, someone said it. All right, let's do the normal show. Just a little bit. You know, just a tiny little check-in. I wanted to check in with you because we were talking a little bit about it before the show, and you mentioned it a little, Maverick. What have you been reading on that there Shonen Jump app?
God, I've been reading a few things. Let me go ahead and just double check, because that's definitely been more of my... Well, while still taking up everything else, I'm just seeing, like, you know, since I pay for the Shonen Jump app, what else is there for me to actually, like, read and get through? But, outside of One Piece, I started up Akane Banashi, which is this story about a young girl whose dad was a Rakugo performer, and seeing one of his performances, you know, this is sort of like, in the world of Rakugo, you have your openers, mid-liners, and then the headliners of the show itself. And her father was supposed to do a performance to, like, show whether or not he could be a headliner for the company that, of the school that he was, like, a part of. And ultimately, the head of that school is like, oh, I'm dropping all of you. I don't know what the fuck that was, but that's not Rakugo. And we follow this girl 6 years later, where she's just, like, getting to the end of high school, and basically she's like, I want to do Rakugo so that I can at least show, like, what was good about my dad's performance, but also grow into this thing that I genuinely love. And it's good. It also, my last connection to Rakugo was Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. And that definitely takes a style that's much more subdued and deliberate with the way it presents Rakugo as a performance. And for those who may not know, Rakugo is sort of like this one-man show where a performer will describe a story. It is definitely similar to stand-up comedy, where it's like you have an introduction of sorts, sort of like gauging the audience, you work yourself into a story, and these are just old, like, folk tales and stories that have been passed down that have multiple characters or setting descriptors, and you as the performer in like a seated, like, kneeling position are presenting all of the characters, the story, having to change your facial doing like facial work, doing voice work, doing everything to portray the multiple people in this one-man show. And any props that you have amounts to either like a fan that you use for Foley work or presentation, and maybe like a cloth of sorts. Very limited in its theater work, but, you know, that's sort of the art form to it. The idea that one person can create so much space. I'm only a few chapters in, but I really like it, and it definitely presents a beginner's mindset to Rakugo, where like it'll explain like, oh, here's what the story that they're talking about, or like here's the story that is going to be presented and the general gist, so that, you know, you can understand like, oh, this is what they're doing different with like their take on it, or oh, okay, so these are the characters that they have to present. I think it's definitely a good companion piece if something like Rakugo Shinju was a bit more dense, and it definitely feels dense with the way that it presents it, but definitely not like shouted over. Me and Rebeko, fucking great. Gag manga where it's just a dude ripping on Jump, and like the idea of a made to order maid service, because it's a robot that's buff as fuck and she's great. That got an anime again, so shout outs. Sakamoto Days, which is what if there was a hitman who retired after meeting like a really lovely woman to be his wife, and now he's like kind of schlubbier, but he's still like a top ranked assassin, and just going through the shenanigans of there. One that I recently like started getting into again was Shoha Shoten, which is another comedy series. A lot of these, I'm realizing, are definitely focused on comedy, but this one is about a kid who, when his crush in middle school basically just moves to another town and is also just changing names because of the fact that, like, it's a whole divorce scenario. She's like, oh, hey, can you, like, help me out here? Can you, like, tell me something funny? A dog, I don't think I can. Well, you gave it a shot. Catch you around. He's motivated to try and be a comedian to the point where, like, he's constantly giving out jokes to, like, a radio program. He's being featured every single day, but no one really knows who he is. And he gets a chance with another comedic performer at his school for, like, a festival performance to get a skit going. For the main kid, he's shy. He's very studious of sorts. Like, his dad thinks he's going to Tokyo University, but he wants to be a comedian. And the energetic kid that he pairs up with is basically doing it because he used to have a partner, but that partner died due to just like illness. And so he just wants to keep up this promise of just like keep up the promise of like being a top ranked comedian, or just like spreading out the laughter as much as possible. I like it so far. It's a monthly serialization as well, so it's a lot of chapters packed up per release, and I think it's definitely showing a lot of premise.
It sounds. It did remind me that it's really curious to me how it's such a specifically Japanese concept to have the jokes being read on the radio, right? The type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, the closest we get is, like, a morning zoo.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's like, but, like, even that's not the same. Yeah. That's just, like, the concept of writing a joke and having it be read. I remember being fascinated with that back when Cromartie High School was... I also really give the translation team a lot of props because of the fact that, it's hard to translate comedy so that the joke lands, but I think so far it's been doing a really good job. And I just remember one of the jokes that they highlighted because, like, each time that he wrote down a joke, he got, like, awarded a USB drive that, like, has the, like, taped joke or whatever.
and one of them was like, question, who's one person that you shouldn't give the death note to? And his answer was, a guy that keeps yelling kill streak after every name he writes down.
That is good.
Yeah, I was thinking too how like Rakugo specifically, there actually are a few like non-Japanese performers who are professionally Rakugo artists, or at least have done Rakugo specifically. So it is interesting how how that does also translate, you know, in the context of like telling an English speaking bit versus like how like versus like does that, you know, like how is that empowered versus like a Japanese piece of prose, right? And it's interesting how Rakugo is treated in such a way, like in the same level of like traditional theater in Japan and classical arts in Japan, where many professional Rakugo artists take on inherited names similar to Kabuki and No theater sometimes, where, well, not sometimes, I think they outright do have to, where their stage name is like, you'll notice that they're like the 10th person of the same name, like, you know, like let me read here, like one name example, for instance. Here, Hayashiya Shozo the ninth. Like, he is the 9th man with that name. In Kabuki, to do a similar thing. It's because they are descended from, like, a known historical Kabuki actor or a Rakugo artist. Or the tradition is usually when they officially become a performer, they take on a name that they feel like manifests someone of the same style in the past, in the history. You know, like they feel like they embody the spirit of that person, like not literally reincarnation, so to speak, but for some reason they have like a spiritual connection with whoever had that name previous. Because again, it's either they do the same style performance, or they feel like they do, or they're like legitimately again, like I said, a direct descendant of that performer. Like, it's so interesting how comedy in Japan is just. You know, again, like saying, you know, how comedy on the radio in Japan, right? Like, it's bizarre how there's no equivalent to that in the States, at least. And yet, comedy is treated as very much like a respected art form in Japan. Like, and there's levels and degrees of it that are such. Whereas here, right, that's the recurring issue of like, where does stand up fall in, like, in terms of in terms of theater and entertainment, right? Like, it often is, right, shunned as the raunchy, trashy genre of entertainment, right? Especially like, for the sorts of things that happen.
The peak of stand-up, it kind of just, like, ends at George Carlin a lot of times, and I definitely won't knock that, but, I mean, it's also a case where you see a lot of that later Carlin work, and
yes,
someone that definitely speaks to a lot of truth, and I think people do come to, but also, it's like... It becomes this thing where a lot of his work becomes musings, and I don't mean that disparagingly, but it's more so stand-up comedy is this weird thing where here in the States it becomes a case of having a specific delivery and bit and attempt to go about it, where eventually you become successful enough that it just is a matter of like storytelling and just, you know, shooting whatever because, you know, the people like you, whereas in Japan, it is much more sketch-focused or, like, situational perspective. Hell, the pinnacle of sketch comedy here currently is Saturday Night Live, and that still has its own. Well, I say formally, because then you at least have independent sketch comedy through, like, yes. I Think You Should Leave.
Right.
Like, How To with Joe Pera. Or, sorry, How To with John Wilson isn't really a sketch comedy, but there is definitely much more... a pervasiveness of, like, deviations from the norm, but it's interesting to see comedy productions that definitely take a measured response at what it could look like.
It's really interesting, I think, how there's been a lot of conversation recently about, like, the notion of how this form, like this art form, to an extent, this genre, this concept, is being handled around the world, like with that RRR movie, right?
Yes.
That came out recently. I think I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and it really is just really interesting to think about in general, just how the same concepts get changed depending on the different cultures and the different parts of the world, and what that benefit, like how it benefits from that and how it suffers from it, how it's different, how it's not necessarily worse or better, just different. You know, like it's really, we live in an incredible world. And I just always think stuff like that is really fascinating. I got caught up in my own thoughts, was why I was just being silent there. I was like, damn.
No, that's fair. And I mean, I don't like finishing up with the anime report. One Piece just finished more or less the Wano arc. And that, not just the, culmination of this chapter in itself, the arc in particular, but it really is just like a conclusion to about a decade's worth of character writing, storytelling, that, Oda's taken a month off, and whatever's coming next is being labeled as the final saga, the final arc. We're definitely at a point where everything that is coming up now, I think, I don't think we're going to get anything necessarily brand new, but yeah, it is weird that we are getting closer to the statement, One Piece is over.
That's gonna take 10 years, though.
It is gonna take 10 years, but it's weird to realize that that's gonna happen in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's going to happen, right? Yeah, it's not just this inevitability like it was for so long. So many things, like Dragon Ball Z is.
Oh God.
Well,
yeah.
they'll just make fucking 2 Piece or something, right? And then it'll be in Shonen Jump Plus.
Nah, I believe Oda could definitely do more work in the world that he's created, because it's just so dense. But it definitely feels like he feels like the kind of guy that, like, once this is over, like, I don't know what'll come next. I think he definitely has been in interviews where it's like he talked with Kishimoto once Naruto was over, and he was like, oh yeah, I want to make something that, like, once I'm done with it, I can just go and live my life not having any regret, or something like to that extent. And I don't know, it's also weird that it's come out, especially, like, concurrent to the news that Berserk is also continuing.
Yeah, that's very much what I was thinking. Just like this idea of, like, these things can't, like, I don't know how I feel about this thing specifically, Berserk, but it's just like this notion of, like, a perpetuality is very inherent to, I mean, not only Shonen Jump, but, like, I mean, what's the analog for Shonen Jump? Fucking Marvel Comics, right? Like, just this forever.
I mean, comics writing is fraught for the fact that it is short, serialized versions of a work that, if you were a comic set, I don't disparage you, but it's what makes manga easier for me to consume, in that I know where the starting point is. It's chapter 1, volume 1.
Yeah, absolutely.
To either the, like, termination of that manga or the actual conclusion. Comics, unfortunately, is like, oh, do you want a serialization that came out? Do you want a specific storyline? Which will differ from author to author, and I don't know, like, I would definitely put One Piece as the thing most congruent to Berserk in terms of just, not just influence, but also density. So
Yeah, comics tends to be, there are already multiple hands and minds put into a particular character's origin story from the very beginning. It already was conceived with, like, not a singular idea, and it already was diverging from the very moment a character's story lands on a page, right? So it's like, I agree, it's difficult to pinpoint a character's, like, starting point, a story's starting point, when, as is, like, there's a lot of stories that revisit the exact same origin story, but then that's, like, in a way, a different character at that point. I think manga does benefit from the fact that there tends to be, like, a streamlined path, right? From where you get, from where is a point 1. but where the point B is unclear, right? That's the problem, right? It's like, you know, the eternal ongoing serial without unclear end. I think a lot about Detective Conan. Like, I don't...
Yeah.
Oh, you know, and there are definitely ones where it's like, your gag manga can definitely be much
absolutely.
more situational, or your 4-koma, but also to at least gauge, I think, what a few of us have been getting into, like, having recently read through the Kaguya-sama manga and being caught up with it, that one is an interesting case of what would have been originally just very habitual situational rendering into its whole narrative, which, where I've caught up to, it really brings this, like, it reminded me a lot of Iran High School Host Club in terms of just the, like, audacity of where its narrative is going, and just, like, how much it revels in the way that things are going on. Like, there is stuff later on coming up that I would love... If someone in that, like, creative process room said, hey, let's borrow the ending from Oran for, like, the specific scene, I would hoot and holler about it, because it would feel so... Like, it would be a very specific passing of the torch that I would appreciate. But before we even get there, we've got the school festival stuff. And, John, I know you've been catching up with stuff. Rose, I don't know if you've been, like, here and there on it. What do you think so far about Kaguya, now that it's gearing up for its, like, last part of this run?
So I've read the manga as well. I read it all, or I read up to the point that it was current when season 2 was out, and then I have not read any past since then, because I'm awful at keeping up with manga.
That's fair.
Yeah, and what I remember is I really liked this arc. I think that this is the time where the show has, like, developed, well, like, the series, I guess I should just say, if it's like a broader standpoint, really develops its, like, payoffs and stuff, which is always its strongest point, is its payoff to jokes it sets up way earlier and stuff. But, like, I feel like the way this is successful here is not just the jokes, but also, like, you know, the seriousness, these character building, like, you have an idea of who Kaguya is, Shirogane, etc. Like, it's
also the stakes at this point, because for those who may not be entirely caught up, like, we have just learned that Shirogane is gearing up to go to Stanford to, like, study abroad, and basically, like, after an entire year of just, like, will they want this stuff, he's like, dog, I'm gonna be away soon, I just gotta actually go ahead and ask her out so we can actually, like, start something instead of just living in the regret of it. And I think it's a very, like, this whole, getting to that point in retrospect, this whole series, or this whole season, just being a lot of just, like, Shirogane focusing on his confidence, definitely has a lot more comedic payoff, I think, back to the rap episode, but also is, like, I don't know, it's also just very good characterization, and just seeing the character work that's come up from this point.
And also, they have his dad in it a lot more going forward.
Oh my god, his
like,
dad becomes such a
fucking incredible man. Fucking incredible.
Amazing man.
Fucking insane.
The dad has lore.
The dad has so much lore. His fucking factory. It's fucking bankrupt. Ugh. You'll see. John, when you get to see his fucking dad as a YouTuber, you will lose your mind.
God bless.
That's all I'm going to say. You'll love it. It's like all those fucking insane YouTube people you look up all the time.
Thank God.
Honestly.
All right. Yeah, I don't really have too much to add.
Yeah, what do you
to
think?
That. It's been very funny and very good so far, and I'm looking forward to seeing how things are going to shake out.
Yeah. It's a good series. It's fantastic. And I'm continually impressed by the production values on this. I know we made jokes about A1 Pictures earlier, but for real, like, the way they put their all into Kaguya is crazy.
Yeah. Also, the ending makes so much more sense having caught up with the manga.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily got there, but
yeah, if you read further on, there is a point that I like got in, and I'm just like, oh shit, literally just like shaking with anticipation of what was coming up.
it's a good series.
It's really good.
Just while we're on the topic of the weekly ones, John, you were talking about it earlier, but Kong Ming, I'm sorry, Kabatai Jane, I cannot put up with you when you're on the show.
I don't give a shit.
What is going on with that little man?
I don't give a shit. It's because nothing he does has anything to do with the rest of the characters. They, like, made this big concept of, like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring in this rapper to help her out. And now
But he doesn't do anything
he's doing
with her.
his own shit. He's just off doing his own rap game stuff. And it's not good. I don't care.
It's not good rap, no.
So,
His friend who has a YouTube channel is like maybe one of the worst rappers. He's up there with that Persona rapper who said in the house like carpet. Like,
Oh, come on.
I have no respect for him. I'm
it's
sorry.
not good. I don't like it. And
It wasn't good.
I did actively skip it this episode, like his like big rap battle that he did. I don't know what happened in it because I just skipped it because I don't care.
Well, barely anything happened.
Right.
Didn't matter.
Alright.
The real stuff here was the women's hour. Really,
there was an
but-
hour's worth of women content.
Yeah.
I still have faith in Kabataiji.
I have faith that maybe they can get there with it, but I feel like this was a real chance for like them to ingratiate the his characterization and like background and stuff into an Ico like conversation, and they just did not. They made fake Steve Aoki instead. It's really funny, but like I feel like there was a way to like, for her, like to really get into her background, to really get into how that was reflected with the people around her and stuff like that. I think Nanamine is good. I think she's a good foil to have and a good, like, gal pal. But it's like...
It's nice that she actually interacts with the other characters,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's... I just would have liked to see a little bit more with Kabe.
Anything.
That's fair.
I just keep thinking about the tweet that says Kabe versus Mori, like Mori Calliope, like that is the quality of rap he is bringing.
Come on.
I'm sorry, I think like when he was doing like the first rap battle with Kongming was okay, like that was fine, he was doing okay, and then it's this like under the bridge stuff. I
mean, you know why that was interesting is because it was actually like a part of the plot.
Yeah, that is really the problem. You're right, John. That is really the problem.
Hanging out with some rap is crap folks over here.
No. It's the opposite, Maverick. It's because I like rap, and I don't want to hear Kabe to say I'm cool.
That's fair.
Like
he's good in the ending. That's at least
he is
what
good
I'll
in
say.
the ending. He is good in the ending. And like I said, I think his earlier stuff, like when they were showing his like earlier like pre-stomach ulcer type stuff, that was fine. And then the like everything in that arc was fine. And then like now he's just like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know enough about rap battles to care. Oh, okay. Here's my equivalent. Those girls needed to learn a new song. And I'm glad they seem to be learning a new song because they really played that song too many
fucking times.
That's the only other complaint, which is really stark because I just rewatched the first few episodes with my girlfriend. And those first few episodes have a ton of songs. They have like 4 different songs. And then
everything seems to be all right.
Yeah, and now it's just that because you give me whispers of love all night. Like
That's right.
it's,
But I'm alone tonight.
and I don't know how to stop
heaving sighs.
I really want to get it out of my mind. No, but like
know how much I
the
love
show's
you.
still good. The fact that this is an arc that doesn't have a lot of Kongming because they need to introduce, Nanami and stuff. It just, I really felt like there was a way to do a good Kabe stuff in this arc, and I just don't think they did enough good Kabe stuff. It's one thing to have a get back to your roots type thing. It's another thing to actually deliver on it, and I don't think they delivered on it enough in a compelling way. Look, it really is like John said. Like, it needed more like interconnectedness with the main plot. Otherwise, it just felt.
Honestly, if they were doing this stuff like before he got in there with them, that would be one thing. Like, oh yeah, here's him like getting back on his feet, like meeting up with his old friends and figuring out, oh yeah, I can do this still. That would be one thing. But the fact that like he's supposed to have his confidence back, and you know he's doing the rap battles, and he's signing up with Kome and the crew, and now he's just like he's just nowhere near them.
Yeah, it just feels very incongruous. It feels like I can definitely understand wanting to portray the nature of music as this, like, you know, it's not always in, like, you're going to have, you know, hills and valleys, right? You're going to go have ups and downs. It's going to go back and forth. But I do think that it is insane to have like that resolution of that his arc be like, we're going to work together, and then they literally do not work together. And I'm sure we'll get to a point where they do, but it was very strange to me.
It is, yeah.
Before I have a common writer discussion with Maverick, I want to get in with LV. LV.
Yes, hello.
You got two things here. Why don't you tell me about both of them? Because one will probably not be pretty quick, but
sure.
Give me the Katana check-in.
The Katana check-in. I am now more episodes in than when I last tried to watch the series. It is June, so that means I finished the 6th episode. As a reiteration, as a recollect, I am rewatching, trying to rewatch Katana Gatari, in the way it is meant to be watched, which is 1 episode per month. And for sure, I can say right now, this is a more ideal experience compared to how I struggled a lot compared to watching it before. It's going by, and the episodes kind of feel more quicker that way. They don't feel like close to an hour. I mean, they're more accurately 45 plus minutes, but the pacing definitely feels astronomically better. And I think the spacing between each episode and the length of each episode as a result is more justified in that regard, especially in terms of the dispensing of information. Episode 6 is where they almost killed a child, but they didn't. And I'm thankful for it. I am glad the child.
That's how you know they're the heroes.
Yeah. But in terms of the recent anime that will be ending soon of the season, the fucking horse jockey show is off its shits. It was off its shits from the start, and it's off its shits still now to the end, and I think it will remain off its shits to the very bitter end. Maverick, you can feel free to chime in, assuming you're up to date as I am.
Believe me, I finished.
Yeah, the horse died.
I saw the screen cap. What?
A horse died. The show had a dramatic tonal shift more than halfway through this series. So what's his face is no longer part of Mr. Doctor. So right, it has this whole bullshit thing with the main character being like, I don't want to be an idol anymore. I want to do horse jockey. And unfortunately, we got kind of like a fat phobia situation here, where his manager / producer, again, she's depicted as an overweight woman. She's shitty. She's like fucked up. She's like she's just a bitch, right? She's just a bitch. You know, a classic case of overbearing producer manager who's just awful. And she's always shitting on him. He's like, you're bad. There's a whole insane thing where we secretly recorded you at the horse jockey ranch, and look how fucking bad you are. We're gonna post this online and see what the fans. That literally was a whole thing. I was like, what is going on?
This was before he gets into that horse accident.
He gets into an accident. He breaks and fucks up his arm. He's hospitalized. She's still shitting on him. It's like, okay.
He manages to sneak out to do the horse riding test.
Yes.
And he passes. And then we have a time skip.
We have suddenly a time skip more than
So,
halfway
like,
through the series. We're a
2
couple
years in the future?
Yeah.
A year in the future?
We're in 2025 or 2024 according to this series now. We're in the horse future. He's no longer in his idol group. You know, she's like, you're fired. You're fine. Okay, you suck at this horse thing, but I guess we don't need you anymore. And he's like, sure, I will be a horse jockey. I will be the best horse jockey ever. Time skip, 2024, 2025. The color palette looks slightly grayer. Everything is a little more grim. The guy who was speaking English is no longer doing his English jokes anymore. Well, yeah, and then a horse died. It suddenly got really serious out of nowhere when throughout most of the series, right, as we try our best to explain this horse jockey show that is not about horse jockeying, it's all these fucking characters having bets, weird shit. A guy keeps speaking English for some reason. And then out of nowhere, now they're actually focusing on the horse jockeying? We have 4 episodes left, dog. Are you fucking kidding me? We wasted 8+ episodes not actually focusing on horse jockeying. And you're now going to fucking tell me that because this main character no longer is an idol, we're actually going to focus on horse jockeying. Sure. And then they kill a horse. So that's where we are
horse
at
has a
with the
bad
show.
leg. And
Yes, yeah.
as I
Classic
learned
case, you have to
from-
kill the horse.
As I learned from the Crunchyroll comments, again, just the new bodybuilder.com forum of the internet.
Does
horse
the dog
injuries,
die? Well, the horse dies. So that's the warning.
specifically for racehorse industry, like, horse injury is not just, like, immediately, like, it cannot just, like, repair itself. Like,
Yep.
you know, if you break an arm, that's fine. It'll heal because that's the way our bodies are set up. But if a horse is injured in a non-race context, that'll just be a lame horse and it will, like, still be fine. Unfortunately, when your business is about being able to afford racehorses for the purpose of racing and constantly using their legs, euthanasia is the easier and cost-effective, like, solution there.
Yeah, it's yeah, and that's very much the common practice, especially in terms of like agriculture and using a horse as a workhorse. Like, unfortunately,
Yeah.
from the perspective of like objective perspective, you know, not seeing the animal as an animal, but seeing the animal as a working tool. You know, unfortunately, this is a tool that can't be repaired.
And I think, what is it? This came because of the kid Shun, the island
Yes.
kid,
Yes.
who used his powers of horse observation to go like, oh, he should be fine. It didn't work out. The girl who loved the horse hates him now.
Yes,
and
the horse hates him
when,
now.
When he tries to use his horse powers on the new prospect, he can't do it anymore.
No,
And you
the magic's
just have this-
gone.
the
we're
magic's
in real
gone.
life now.
And it ends with, like, one of the older trainers at, like, this, like, at the horse care camp that they're at, like, or at the stables that they're working at, coming in and be like, hey, where are you? Well, where'd you go? To be continued.
This might be just the fanfare of adolescence, as we are.
The girl is still a girl.
Yeah, she's still a girl. The girls are still just girls. They just
There's a new bossy lady who's bossy
none
and a
of these
lady.
characters are developed. Like, we have a time skip, and I still don't know who the fuck these people are.
I think
It
we
only ever
lost-
focuses on the 3 boys, which is the main idol boy, and then blonde guy 1.
Dirty blonde and then American
Dirty blonde. Yeah, you're right. He's dirty blonde, and he's like it's actually kind of like a long haircut. Yeah.
Or British blonde or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we actually lost at least, like, 2 to 4 of the characters in the time skip.
But they don't show that. They don't fucking show, like, what happened. Are they going to show next episode? Like, I just
Well,
don't.
no, because the bob cut kid gave
Yes.
up.
Yeah, he
'cause
did.
He was too fat.
Right, yeah, sure. That's, yeah. Because once again, the show does, yeah.
Well, at
we've
the
seen
very
with the
least,
manager, they
that
hate fat
shows the
people. Yes.
that one shows the reality of horse jockeying, where it's like the introduction of a weight class or a weight limit.
Yes.
Can just ruin you if you are trying to do this young, and
Yeah.
puberty just like hits, or just like the way that like the body rests at specific
Right.
weights.
Yeah, absolutely.
That one is better than the fucking other one, but
Yeah.
yeah, well,
But it had never at any point actually spent any like investment in any of these characters' emotional journeys. The girl is just a girl. That's her only thing. And now we're here, and I'm like, huh. Half a show was missing. More than half a show was missing, I think, in between this quote unquote time skip and the insane slice of life shenanigans that were happening in the first 6 to 7 episodes.
It all changes so fast.
Why did the horse dying thing happen this late? I feel like if this is a show about horses, that's like a dramatic storyline you have to thrust upon that anyway, like some point in a
I mean, I get it, because like they're at a training camp, and it's like
Sure.
it would be fucked if you killed a horse at the training camp.
It would
now
be
that
pretty
it's like-
fucked if you did that, wouldn't it?
But now that it's like, oh, you're like taking your first step into the world of professional jockeying and horse racing, like going like, you know, this is part of the business, but also, God, I wish I was better equipped to do this thing, or whatever the fuck. Again, it ranks higher for me than Shikimori, which has just become the one joke, and this last week's episode,
Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely fair.
I just started skipping through that shit at the end, because I'm just like, okay, you love her. Cool. And
He's a life guy.
Cucks, which I didn't even like listen to the audio of this last episode. I was just watching a podcast instead.
I really like dropped after episode 1 because there was just this vibe to me of insane one jokiness, and I was already watching Hattori Bochi, which does the one joke way better. So I was like, yeah. But I'm sad to see that it was true. Really, I'm sad. It's sad.
Unfortunately.
So horse dying 5 stars, Shikimori 2 stars.
What did I rank it right now? Because
Oh yeah.
Well, to change things up, they have to kill a horse in that one. You know, that's what they got to do. They got to.
So out of a 10-point scale, Cucks is at a 3, Shikimori is at a 5, Fanfare is at a 6 for me.
Wow.
Love All Play is at a 7,
Okay.
and then some assorted 8s and 9s, which actually I will update.
Wow. I was about to say, like, I can't believe you're one of those sickos that updates week to week, but honestly, I respect it. I really do.
Don't. I just remember when I can actually, like, afford to get it all in.
Yeah, I know, I get you. I respect it. Either way, I respect it immensely.
That's fair.
Which, again, respecting immensely brings me into... I finished a Common Writer a while ago. I don't think I talked about it how it finished. Maybe I did.
I don't think so, yeah.
Okay, I don't think so. Okay, cool. And then I want to talk to you about the newer one. So Kamen Rider Ghost is like 2015, 2016. I finished it. I've talked about it on the show a little before, but I finished it a little bit back, and that show is really insane. It's one of the more maligned recent Kamen Riders, and I can sort of see why. It's not outrageously bad or anything. It has some fun ideas. It has some cool like gimmicks. Like the whole thing's like, you know, it's like sort of like Fate, honestly. Like here we got Musashi, we got Thomas Edison or whatever, and they're my power-ups. But it just really doesn't have a through line at any given point. It doesn't have an idea of what it's trying to do or like what the point of it is. Like at the end they do... To give you an idea, at the end, like with 10 episodes left, they introduce like, or not even 10, like 8 episodes left, they introduce a clone of one of the main characters who just like keeps getting blown up and then coming back by just like walking from behind a tree near where he blew up before. And then he's like, I'm you now. And the other guy's like, what does that mean? And he just goes, I'm you. Are you sure you're you? And I'm like, Kingdom
my God.
Hearts? But then that dude just dies at one point. And then it's just like, okay, now your current super form has a little bit of an aura going on with it. So it was like 8 episodes to the final episode where he just does one cool move. And it was just like, what was that? And just a lot of that for everyone. Just really inconsistent. And I think the thing that really paints the biggest picture is that the final episode has Kamen Rider Xaid, the gamer Kamen Rider, there.
Oh, do they just use that as an introduction to Xaid?
They just use the last episode of the series as an introduction to Xaid.
Ooh, that's rough.
It was like, wow, I can see something went down here.
And I hear a lot of good things about Xaid.
It's pretty fun, yeah.
Yeah. God.
But you've been watching Kamen Rider Revice, which I feel has a much better through line going on, and I think is much better. But I'm curious to see what you think of it. You're still in the early goings on, right? Yeah.
Last I watched, I was on like episode 6 or 7, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Was meaning to watch to at least get up to episode 12, because that's when Kamen Rider Jean is in, but no, I enjoy it so far. I like that. I think the ratio of exposition to weekly narrative can definitely, teeter with some stories. But I appreciate that in this one, the whole concept of like your inner demon or whatever just gets glanced over. It's more just like, know that this is a concept. We'll play around with it as we go. Don't sweat it too much.
Yeah.
I appreciate some of the Kamen Rider series that are much less interested in just like detailing every little thing and more just establishing at least the rotation that's there. And, I really do like the personalities of the Deadmans. Just the fact that they're all evil for the sake of being evil, and developing that a little bit. They remind me of the I forget the name of the constellation enemies in the
Zodiarts?
Zodiarts, yeah. Like the head Zodiarts, and where it's just like, we're here by association, but not necessarily because we like one another. I always appreciate a petty villain league.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, I'd also just like really give props to the suit design for just being so audacious. So Revice being an anniversary writer, specifically the 50th anniversary writer, since Decade there's been a tradition of just continuing, or every anniversary writer since Decade is more or less just like my power is I can use other people's powers, or, give homage to other series. It's been Decade, Zeo. Revice, I appreciate, does it differently, where since it's much more about the franchise as a whole, the collectible toys that you get, the V-stamps, are all just modeled after different Kamen Riders from the past, and those are just Revice's power-ups. And, I don't know, it's neat. Like, the use of CG is definitely, like, apparent, but also I've been watching since, like, Gaim, and the CG there was definitely...
Yeah.
I would say Gaim was more, like, liberal in its use of CGI than Revice is. And Revice is the one where they literally do, like, formation moves to turn into a big CG monster.
So I was going to say, like, those parts are pretty rough, I would say, in the CGI department. But I think when they ingratiate the CGI into the fight scenes, it actually looks pretty good in a Revice most of the time. Like, just the effects on the punches and stuff like that. I mean, you won't have gotten any of the crazy stuff yet, but...
It's never been at a point that I'm just, like, checked out of it, which I appreciate.
There's a lot of really cool stuff later with some lightning powers and stuff that I think they do a good job of, like, having, like, dashes look cool and stuff.
Right.
That series really changes as it goes. I I think the Deadmans get really good characterizations as it keeps going. Like they have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
will say the suit design for the monsters themselves can definitely be kind of lacking, which is unfortunate. Because, like, you know, Tokusatsu lives and dies with its suit designs.
Yeah, I think that's been a problem with recent Kamen Rider stuff in general, if I'm being honest with you. Like, when I think about O's and how dynamic all of those designs are for the enemies and stuff like that, I feel like the modern Kamen Riders have leaned more into, well, we want to make a lot more heroes, right? Like, there's always, like, a secondary and third rider and even fourth rider a lot of the time.
It definitely feels like it's following in the footsteps of, like, Blade or Agito in terms of just, you know, having a team of writers and then also, like, anti-hero writers and, like, Ryuki and stuff.
Yeah. But this is the same thing as Build, where for a lot of it, where it's like, we have a couple unique designs that are fine, but we also just have, like, you know, in Build, the fucking bike chain enemy, the fucking bike
Right.
chain smash or whatever. It's just like, yeah, there's definitely been a trend more towards, like, seeing where that design goes, and I have also been disappointed by that similarly. But I do think as it goes, they keep making cool. There's a really cool one in the last new episode that I really liked. It's like
Yeah, like, it's not to say that I'm checked out of it entirely, but it's definitely...
yeah, no, I
like,
get you, because I felt the same way,
knowing that it's supposed to at least follow some... Or that they're based off of, like, an animal motif again. There are some where it definitely is sort of just like, you sure about that?
yeah. The fucking I think there's a kangaroo one that's really like, yeah, sure, buddy, that's a kangaroo, I guess. Yeah, that I really like Revice. I think it's cool. But the thing that really gets to me, it's still, like, I think I said the first time I watched it is so frenetic in a way that I can't think of another Kamen Rider that is as fast to go as this one is with everything.
Yeah.
Like, it just bounces. And I think it's been mostly good with that as it continues to go, because it keeps a good pace and doesn't get you bored. But it's really something. I wish this stuff was readily accessible in the United States, like, through normal means.
It would save so much time.
It's just like, I think about how many people would love Kamen Rider, right? And it's just like, even just that, like, having to torrent it is too much for a lot of people. It sucks. Okay, we're kind of ran a little bit long with that preview, so are you all fine with calling it here?
I'm good.
Yeah, just, as always, any questions, or...
I'm gonna check real quick.
Oh, there aren't
Okay.
any.
No.
Okay. Well, next time we are watching Thunderbolt Fantasy. I'm really liking Thunderbolt Fantasy, by the way. And you can find that on Crunchyroll. We're going to talk all about that next time. The season should be coming to an end soon as well, right around then. So we'll have a whole bunch of that stuff. Yeah, as always, go to patreon.com/VGCC. $3 gets you everything 1 week early. Again, just saying it again. More anime requests, always welcome. Just in the comments, whatever, anything. Where we still have a few, but, you know, always welcome to have a bit more in the rotation, mix it up. And yeah, thank you all for joining me. I'm glad we all made it here, even though we thought we wouldn't. And see you all next time on another episode of Unlimited Railworks. See ya.